slowly bring your attention to this room, or wherever you may be sitting at this moment. Please make sure you are safe, a place where you can find yourself becoming restful and comfortable. As we try to reconnect your awareness to the present moment, using the body that faces so much of anxiety and all kinds of challenges throughout your life, day and night. So, as you begin to find this comfortable space for you to sit, make sure your feet are comfortably but firmly grounded, with your back nicely and safely supported, perhaps to a pillow. Making sure that there are no causes for agitation around you, and cell phones and other devices are put away, muted, safely tucked away somewhere far where they won't be a hindrance, disturbing this very precious moment. If you feel comfortable to close your eyes, you may go ahead and do so, but please make sure you're still feeling safe all throughout. As we begin to become more aware of the breath around the nostrils, so we are breathing in just naturally as the air comes in through the nostrils, and once it does its journey around the lungs and the body, it leaves out from the nostrils again. So the mouth is not taking much of a part in this practice. So as you're becoming more and more comfortable with the breath, see if you can notice any kinds of differences in texture between one breath and another. For example, sometimes you might notice the breath being somewhat choppy, broken into pieces. Other times you may find the breath being so smooth and long, uninterrupted. Here, we're not trying to have any preferences between one or the other. Instead, see if you can Just passively witness the breath coming in and going out on its own, just like the breeze does when you leave a window open. See if you still have contact with the nostrils, perhaps the inside, the walls of the nostrils, feeling the temperature changes between an inhale and an exhale. If at any times during this practice, if you notice the mind drifting away or some thoughts coming in to try to distract you, just be gentle with yourself and just see them for what they are momentarily and just gently bring your awareness back to the nostrils. It doesn't matter how often you may have to do this, but that's okay. Just be forgiving and come back to the nostrils, observing the breath coming in and going out without you trying to grasp the breath once it's in, nor trying to keep it outside once you've exhaled it. The breathing is happening naturally, on its own, as it always has been. And you're the silent observer. Slowly, slowly, see if you can go ahead and expand the circle of awareness from the point around the nostrils to about an area that covers your entire face. Perhaps your forehead, and then back over your head and all the way around your head and down to your neck. Here, notice if there are any points in your face, around your head, in your back of the neck perhaps, where there might be some tension, perhaps some pressure, tightness of muscles perhaps. And without trying to force them to relax, see if you can just imagine, as it were, your nostrils right there. And breathe into that spot. When we're anxious, we hold a lot of pressure around the jaws, around the throat muscles. Sometimes we frown a lot. So see if there's any of these parts of your body that are tighter. And next, slowly, slowly, see if you can start to expand the awareness to slowly trickle down your shoulders, down your arms, your elbows, into your hands, down your back. Notice if there are any parts of your body that are touching any surfaces. See if your hands and your fingers, without touching, without moving them per se, just see if by holding them still where they are, if you could detect any changes any differences in texture, in heat. See if your fingertips are able to pick up any information between soft and smooth, or hard or rough, hot or cold, without moving the fingers. Perhaps your fingers are interlaced. Just gently see how the spaces are between your fingers, where the points of contact are. Continuing on our journey down the body towards your knees, down your legs further into your heels, and from there moving forward into your toes. Try to see if you can notice any changes, any parts of your feet, any points of contact, perhaps between the right side and the left side. If, for example, you're wearing shoes, see how your toes are feeling against the surface of the shoes from the inside. Without moving the toes, see if you can feel the spaces between your toes. Or how about the points where the bottom of your feet are touching your shoes? Is there a difference between your left foot and the right foot? Again, when you notice your mind drifting away, or some thoughts of discomfort trying to take away your awareness, just gently acknowledge them for what they are and come back to these areas of your body, to these points of contact, and just be able to become more and more of a witness, just silently, patiently observing all these different sensations, one at a time, trying to ask for your attention. Whenever you detect a part of your body that is experiencing some tension, some heat or pressure or discomfort, see, you can just go ahead and bring the nostrils into that area, as if your entire lungs are there, and just breathe into those areas. Then every time you breathe into those areas, if it's a tight feeling or a pressure, or a muscle perhaps is being constricted, think of it as if it were a closed fist, tightly closed fist. And every time you breathe into it, just gently open up that fist. Expand those fingers of the fist as if they were petals of a flower opening up, without force, mind you, just gently. Take your time. You might need to do this a few times in some areas of your body, and that's perfectly fine. It's okay. And now slowly, slowly, we retrace our steps back, bringing our awareness back to the heels, up the knees, up the back, the elbows, to the shoulders, to the neck, back to the face, and we're back to the nostrils. See if you can still be able to look at the breath coming in and going out. Feel the center of your chest. If there's any sense of feeling rushed, just go ahead and take a few moments here and just softly, without forcing, just notice the heart becoming more and more comfortable with every single inhale, every single exhale. The feeling of safety, the feeling of stillness, returning back to your body. In this present moment, coming back to the nostrils, slowly, slowly, gently and patiently with yourself. When the time is right for you, slowly separate your eyelids as you open up your eyes and come back to the room with a fuller sense of awareness. This stillness, this sense of comfort, try to remember it as often as possible throughout your day and night. And whenever you feel anxious, for whatever reason, by connecting back to the breath without closing your eyes, in those difficult moments, quickly do a body scan similar to what we just did. And just while being fully present with your eyes open, living in that moment, instead of reacting and losing this beautiful sense of stillness and comfort and delightful connection with the breath, respond to that whatever it may be that you're facing. From a fuller sense of presence, while firmly feeling and connecting to the ground beneath your feet, sensing the toes, the heels, the knees, the backs, the arms, the elbows, the backs of the hands, the palms, the fingers, the ears, your face, your nostrils, and take a gentle breath, allowing yourself the sense of freedom which this practice can bring to you. Do this as often as possible during the day. Typically, at least once, preferably twice, once in the morning, once at night before going to bed. And please, before you go to sleep, make the determination to wake up with a smile the following morning. No matter what, even if your eyes are still shut. Lifting up the corners of your lips, greeting your day with a sense of gratitude. Always sets us off on a good start, with a smile on our faces and a comfortable attitude with us all throughout the day.